A great diesel fuel. And that's the central trimmers. So we got the electric fuel pump right here. Get it on there snug. We got more than enough fuel hose to run to the fuel filter assembly. So our fuel pump is on the bracket, and I removed the alternator and the vacuum pump because they were in the way. All we have to do is put the fuel out from the fuel pump to the fuel filter here. So we got scrap here. See, this is the little olive seal right here. And I thought to myself, well, I could eliminate that olive seal because they're known to leak. But, you know, that's a project for another day. 3/4 battle. All right, it just needs to be snug. For an older classic truck, you'd think that there wouldn't be a lot in the way, but this engine bay is crowded as all get out battle. Especially with this coolant filter that I installed. Go ahead and snug down this hose clamp. So I got it dressed up with heat shrink. So that's good for at least another 2 or 3 foot-pounds of torque. Who needs a turbo when you got things all dressed right dressed? Let me show you the fuel pump install battle. All right, now I'm filming battle. There's the fuel pump. You can see the vacuum pump pulley, and then right underneath it is the fuel pump, which is bolted to the bracket, which is the silver piece to your left. And the bracket goes over the frame and is bolted to the outside of the frame. The AN fuel hose that you see to your left right next to the zip tie comes from the fuel pump and goes up to the fuel filter. So lots of stuff to see. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully there's enough light. So this number 8 injector right here, it was leaking pretty good out of the fuel line return cap, and I tried to snug the injection line nut down a little bit, but you don't want to overdo it because you can damage these injection lines. I'm going to loosen these 2 injection line brackets, and then I'll sort of swivel this injection line out of the way, and I'll pull up on this return line cap, and we'll try to reseat it. I'll add some grease to it because it was leaking pretty darn good when I started the truck. It was dripping all down the driver's side of the engine on the exhaust manifold. It was pretty easy to see. There we go. Just gotta hold your tongue right. Oh, buddy. Got the little bolt, and the nut fell onto the intake manifold. There's the top of the injection line bracket. Here's the bottom of the injection line bracket. The rubber insulator is sitting on the turkey tray, essentially. That's an Oldsmobile term, but it's the tray that is underneath the intake manifold. And I got it. So let's see here. Actually, might not have to move that second injection line bracket. So I should be able to pull this fuel line return off. There, got it off. Now I need to make sure that my O-rings aren't damaged. And remember, Battle, I don't know if I ever posted it, but I swapped injector number 7, which is right here, for injector number 8, because I think this one right here that we're working on was originally number 7, and it had all sorts of carbon fouling on it when we did the return line kit. So hopefully this injector isn't damaged. I have plenty of spare injectors, but really, of I think the 32 spare injectors I have, maybe only 8 are worth trying to use as a spare, because those were the 8 that were on the truck originally when I bought it, because we know that the injectors off of my IDIT parts engine are no good. And then I got 16 injectors from the salvage yard that are just cores. So I think the O-rings on this guy are pretty healthy. I'm gonna go ahead and get the nastiness out of this return line cap. You can use a grease gun. This is for lubing the chassis, you know, the Zert fittings. And give it 2 or 3 good squirts. There. And I saw it ooze out a little bit. So that's all it should really take. When you push these return line caps on, you should sort of feel them click. Maybe not hear them, but they should slide on positively. All right, feel for it. There we go. That's the way I wanted it to click on. Let's go ahead and give her a start and make sure nothing's leaking. Listen for that fuel pump, Battle. Hear that fuel pump. Let's give her some glow plug. 8, 9, 10. Try to start her. Oh. Well, she started and then died. Let's make sure she's not leaking fuel. It is a pretty chilly, Battle. She might need some more glow plug. And of course, there's all sorts of stuff in the pan, but it doesn't look like there's an active leak. So let me give her plenty of glow plug and let's see if she starts. She might have a little bit of air in her. Oh yeah. And that's essential trimmers. There's the fuel you need to see. There we go! She stopped spinning! So, Battle, she just needed a lot of glow plug. Needed to bleed the fuel filter, but she started. It's stinky in here, but she should be about ready for a test drive. Thanks for helping me out, Battle. Make sure you check out one of these other videos that I did on my Bullnose truck in the past. And I'll see you next time, Battle. Nice. Well, we'll see if I got that on video. And that's the one that I needed. That was 5/16.